is just unacceptable. And the state of Arizona and the residents of Arizona, we just cannot tolerate it. It's an invasion. It's absolutely an invasion of our country.
You know, and then the word is that the border is safe, and folks in Arizona are saying it's not. Clearly, it is not safe. And
we have over 1,000 illegal immigrants coming across our border a day. But the people of Arizona, we cannot allow the citizens of Arizona to live along the border, ranchers, and live in fear.
Yeah. Governor, thank you
very much. This is
very
America,
much.
after all.
I'm Carlos Galindo. I'm with Arizona's Christian Radio KXXT 1010 AM and with Radio Casa 1540 and 580 AM, which can be heard all the way out here in Naco and Bisbee, Arizona. Tell me, you're a resident of longtime resident of Naco and of Bisbee, right?
Yes.
And would you say that currently you're under an invasion by the immigrants crossing?
No, we're not.
How do you feel about that? People creating laws in another part of the state for you here?
Well, they really don't know what's going on. They've never lived here, so they're just assuming just because, you know, everybody's talking about, oh, we're under invasion over the illegals and stuff like that, that we actually are, when they haven't even taken the time to come down here and stay here for at least a month or 2 months and find out what it's about, you know? These are just people that are crossing the border to try to get better jobs, and where they're being looked down upon. I could understand if it was a different, you know, situation, but it's not.
The crimes being committed here in the area, they're talking about, who's committing those crimes?
It's mostly locals, crackheads, meth addicts, people that are actually living Bisbee legally. It's not the illegals that come in. I've lived in Naco my whole life and have never gotten broken into by a legal alien ever.
How long have you been in Naco, in the Naco area?
25 years.
25
and my
years.
parents longer than that, and as far as I know, no one has ever. My grandfather used to own a grocery store there, and illegals would try, you know, and come and stuff like that just to ask for help, and they would leave. And they never caused no problems. It was always them trying to just better themselves.
What would you say to the governor and the legislators? First, the governor, what would you say to her about what she's doing?
Pick your choice of words better, because the way that she comes about things and says things about the town, it makes no sense, because she doesn't know what she's talking about, because she hasn't been here herself, you know?
The legislators, Russell Pierce, Steve Montenegro, John Kavanaugh, they're up at the Capitol creating laws for you here.
Exactly. They have no understanding of what's going on here either. It's like, how can you say, oh, I think this solution should work for a state or a city that you've never even been to or lived at? You know, like, they don't know nothing. They're saying it out of Phoenix. Phoenix doesn't have illegal immigrants like we do, because we're on the border. And so they're making choices for us that affect all of us that are Hispanic, you know, when they don't even try and figure out what's going on firsthand.
2010 Arizona. Do you feel proud to be an Arizonan?
After all this, not really.
Thank you very much. Miles and miles of construction. What does it serve? I mean, points that are so low here, so low on the border, it absolutely makes no sense to waste the resources, the money to build this fence. It's absolutely absurd. What is it? It's just symbolic to have a fence set up. That's all it is. It's just symbolism. I mean, there is no reason, no purpose to have the fence.